I am live. Morning, everyone. Tuesday, 21st of May, and thanks for listening to this quick talk. So, we had a phenomenal ladies section meeting this morning. And I think what made it so super powerful was the fact that it was so raw and real and honest. And it was really something that was super amazing. I loved every single second of it. We went into the depth of pain with every single lady's experience that is currently contemplating divorce. And the meeting ended on a massive high. So Tabitha just dropped into the conversation. So glad you could make it, Tabitha. I'm just pressed for time of it. So I started the meeting without you. I hope you're not too upset with me for doing that. But I'm glad that you are here, Tabitha. What stood out for you in this meeting and morning?
Morning, everybody. So great to be with you and Kenneth on this live this morning. Sure, this morning, I must say, my heart is just quite heavy, just thinking, what these ladies are going through. And so many of them, and I think the hardest thing for me, Kenneth, is the loneliness, the isolation, the uncertainty. What does the future hold? Like, I'm at the point where I don't want to even speak to my husband in the morning because, every time we talk, we fight, and nobody wants to wake up every day thinking, how do I avoid my partner today so that we just have peace in our house, and for me, one of the ladies was just saying, her husband was away, and when he returned, it was immediately like, this is wrong, that is wrong. There's just like criticism everywhere inside the home. And yeah, it's just horrible, to think there's so many people out there are waking up feeling the exact same way, feeling hopeless, feeling like, is this worth it, And then obviously faced with other challenges, I don't have a job, so how do I get out of this? I've got beautiful kids. How do I, save them from what we are going through? So yeah, and I mean, just in my own personal life, I've experienced divorce within our family, and I know what that felt like. And yeah, this morning, I just want to say that that there's so much hope out there. And I think one of the ladies in our team gave such phenomenal advice to say, don't think about today, but she said she worked out a 5-year plan to say, how would my life look in 5 years without my husband, and what can I do to start encouraging myself and building myself and doing things better. And yeah, that was inspiring for me. And then she ended off by saying, and if he comes on board, that's fantastic, because I want my marriage to work. And I think like these ladies this morning, they don't want to be in this situation. They want to be married, but they're at such a point where it's just like, I just don't know where to go anymore.
Yeah, that's horrible. Are you there?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
I
my
can hear
screen
you.
seemed to be frozen
Yeah.
there. Yeah, so we
No
went into the
problem.
depth of pains, the depth of loneliness, the depth of isolation. On top of the loneliness, being criticized. My husband was away, then he came back home, and then he saw everything that was wrong and that was horrible. And then everybody else started jumping in, saying that, but there's a way out. You can become better. Have a 5-year plan. This is not the end of the line for you. God's got wonderful things planned for you. Just tap into him, rely on him. We even had somebody say, try and read some of the Psalms, and listen to God's voice in your specific situation. Write down your emotions. That was another brilliant piece of advice. So often when we go through extreme traumatic situations like that, all these emotions are garbled, trying to separate them. What am I feeling in each and every single aspect? Separating our emotions brings clarity. And when we have clarity, we know that these cluster of emotions belongs to that specific event, and these cluster of emotions belong to that specific event, then we can start to detangle and start to figure things out in a better way. That was also phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then right at the end, we had somebody share some hope. David, would you like to share some of the hope that the people spoke about, what that lady spoke about at the end?
Yeah, that's phenomenal. She was just saying, her husband is on your program. And she just said, the fact that he was always a good man. He was always a good husband, but the thing that she's identified with him working the program is he's able to process his emotions. And I think that that's what it comes down to, all of us being able to have that freedom to communicate with our partners and to say where we are at and to say what we are feeling. And she just said she has seen amazing growth in his life, and they're able to have great intimate conversations with one another. And I think that was just so inspiring. And she said, you know what, that it's as if, as he journeys, he also draws closer to the Lord. And that for her has been like the cherry on the cake, that him rediscovering who he is in Christ. And I think that is what we want everybody to be able to do, is to say, who am I? And I'm worthy because I know who created me. And I think that for me at the end just gave hope to the ladies to say, you know what, there is hope through this. Even though things are tough right now, there is hope at the end of this tunnel. And I was just so glad that we ended our meeting off with that, because it just left that seed of hope in so many people's hearts.
Tabitha, and then you said something that was very powerful, and that just struck me like a bolt of lightning a minute ago. You said that you have seen family members go through the process of divorce, and those family members maybe had one person to support them, and that was maybe your mom, or, but here at Grace Online, please just share that with the ladies that may be in the same situation.
Yeah, I was just sharing with Kenneth that both my sisters, unfortunately, are divorced, and my mom was like a pillar of strength for them. And I just saw, by having that one person believe in them and them getting through it. I mean, they're incredible women today, incredible careers, incredible moms, but they needed that one person to say, no, you're going to wake up, you're going to get up, you're going to show up. And I was just saying to the ladies on Grace Online, there were 23 ladies present this morning in our WOW community. And I said, you've got 23 ladies rooting for you, cheering you on, and that means you're going to make it. So if you're out there today, guys, and you don't have anyone to say, I've got someone to support me, I want to encourage you to please reach out to Kenneth. He's put our website on the below of his name there, under www.graceonline.co.za. Please reach out to us. We have a phenomenal team of ladies who would be so willing to walk this journey with you. There's no reason for you to be alone. So please, like I was saying, Bev shared in one of our sessions the other day, Kenneth, how Aaron's arms were lifted up when he was tired. And Grace Online can be there to lift up your arms if you are tired today. So please don't go another day alone. You only need one person, and I can promise you, you'll have a rally of women who would be willing to love on you and encouraging you. So please do not be alone any longer.
Awesome. Then there's my number on the screen. If you need help, if you're going through a difficult situation, if you're contemplating divorce or trying to give up, even if life is becoming too much for you, send me a WhatsApp. There's my number, and we will connect with you again tomorrow. Thanks, Tabitha. Thanks for making the time. Appreciate you big time. We're making a massive difference, and this is only the start. So exciting. Wow.
Thanks, guys. Looking forward to seeing you guys again, and have a phenomenal day. Thanks, Kenneth. Awesome platform. Super grateful and humbled. So have an awesome day. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.